Hey, another fun day at Shades of Hope. Let's see what we have in store. Ooh.
So cute. Hi. So cute.
We have a red-tailed hawk with a broken humerus. Not very funny. Sleepy, sleepy. We got rats?
Yes. 056. So today seems to be the start of all the craziness here for the year.
What's that?
I said today seems to be the start of all the craziness. With all the baby bunnies finally in and lots of cases to do surgery on. This our list? Yes. Wow.
This is our red-tailed hawk. The broken humerus bone.
Wow.
There you go. It's just like the bald eagle. So we're gonna do a pin that essentially goes down here. Actually, we'll go up through the shoulder, bring it out, bring these together, and then put the pin down.
Cool.
Yeah.
Any external pins?
I guess if we can try, we'll do some external pins too. Yeah, we should be able to.
Cool.
So this fracture is about 2 days old. And there's already quite a lot of contraction pulling the two bone pieces together and overlapping. So I'm just spending a minute kind of stretching out the powerful flight muscles. So it'll be easier to bring the bones together. The proximal end of the humerus up by the shoulder, I think, is split as well. So we're not going to be able to do external pins. We'll have to do a bigger single IM pin just along the length of the bone, but I'm still worried it's not even going to hold that. Can you get me there's a 4mm pin there, please?
What you do?
So now that the pin is in, we just have to do a 90-degree angle, 90-degree bend so that it doesn't slide out.
Cool.
That is cool.
Use those games.
Nice.
Good job.
Yeah, that went pretty good. Other than that lengthwise sort of fracture up at the proximal end up by the shoulder, it still feels really solid, and the pin's set really nicely, and the reduction seems really solid. So we'll take one final X-ray and then wrap up, and hopefully in 8 weeks, what is it, 8 weeks maybe, we'll release? If all goes well?
I'm not sure actually.
Let's say 8 weeks.
I think maybe less than birds.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
So, fun fact of the day today is that birds' bones are actually hollow, so they contain air. So if you see, because there's a break here, when I give him a breath, you can see it fill up with air.
So there's the final
And then keep them on
surgery.
Okay.
What we ended up doing was pushing the pin through the fracture site, up through the shoulder, retracted it up this way, brought the lower end together, and then pushed the pin down, sutured and bandaged.
So, the wonderful Sarah just did a beautiful body wrap on him to stabilize his joints, so that he can't move them around while he's healing. And now we're just waiting for him to wake up.
He's enjoying the drugs. And now we have a beaver coming in. Apparently he likes to charge and attack, so he will smell it. Yes, hopefully he will smell a whole lot better than that skunk that was in here recently, which is why my eyes are watering. Has a lengthwise break as well, yeah. Oh, big wound.
I've never actually seen this room. He's got a kind of split too.
Bye, Mr. Beaver.
Where is he going? Is there somebody doing that? I can see him.
In the same circle.
This is for ticks. Getting ticks off.
They can sometimes take a minute.
They just crawl off.
And there's the flea.
I'm so sorry with the whole dispute.
Is this making it dizzy?
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
I've heard this.
It just something about the way their cementum, which is it's basically like the saliva glue that holds them into the animal's skin.
Mm-hmm.
It breaks down with circular motion.
Oh.
Because they actually can't release. They can't.
You want a container? Ew.
This is something awesome. It's a possum.
trying to bite you.
He's like, what's going on?
It's not on.
It's okay.
It's okay, baby.
Go to sleep.
It's okay.
Awesome possum.
It's okay. It's okay. Oh. You're getting sleepy? Not yet.
How you feeling, buddy? Hey, shoulder hurt a little bit? Yeah, a little bit.
Hello! So it is currently 4:17 and we are on our way back from Shades of Hope after a long day. We saw some pretty interesting cases today. What were your favorite?
It was so busy, but definitely two really cool ones. Right at the beginning of the day, we started with a red-tailed hawk. It had a broken humerus,
Yeah.
not very funny bone, and
Every time.
Every time. The cool thing about the red-tailed hawk is the very first successful bone surgery I ever did at Shades of Hope was on a red-tailed hawk. Same sort of similar fracture, a little bit easier, but same bone. And then I got to release the bird. It was like a really big moment for me. And what I found cool about today was this surgery ended up, I mean, it was 20 minutes, if that.
Yeah.
Like, it ended up being, and it came with some slight complications. So I kind of felt good that I'm getting a little bit better in surgery. And then the second one,
really cool.
The second one was a first ever for me.
So exciting!
We got to see Canada's national animal, the
Oh,
beaver.
Canada!
Known for his ingenuity
Beavers.
and hard work. And well, this guy also had some stubbornness and was a bit of a jackass because apparently he liked to lunge at people and try and bite them.
Wow.
But he had a big cut in his bum, so it was probably a bit of a pain in the ass. So yeah, that was really cool just to kind of see him and see that tail. And I stitched him up so that the fur was all close together, so he wouldn't have to have. If he has bald skin, he can't be released for many months.
They beavers are like, they have waterproofing fur, sort of. It's many layers thick, as you might have seen if you've seen, like, you know, a beaver hat or something. It's very thick fur, and they also have these like oil glands to keep their fur waterproof, essentially. But if there's any space in their fur, like a bald spot, they can actually die from hypothermia. Yeah.
And this guy was really skinny, and the wound on his back, you know, probably from a wolf or a coyote, something like that, was probably a couple of weeks old. And I bet you he was losing maybe a pound a day, half a pound a day, just trying to burn fat to keep his body temperature up, you know. And it was only, the wound was only the size of, I don't know, it was like a plum, but that's enough to really cause some issues with their waterproofing and their thermoregulation. So it was really cool. I mean, a bunch of other cases, but the red-tailed hawk, always my favorite.
So pretty.
And then Mr. Eager Beaver was great.
Yeah.
That's it.
I think so. So thank you guys so much for watching and tuning in again today. Make sure to subscribe to my dad's YouTube channel. Like, drop a comment down below. Have you ever seen a beaver in person? Tell us a story about it, you know. Go follow him on the Instagram at Dr. Cliff Worldwide Vet. And also go check out his new Patreon page. There's lots of ways to support through that, and you can get a bunch of behind the scenes videos and maybe even some fancy merch. So yeah.
That's it.
Lots of supporting.
So as we always say when we're done,
Be kind to animals.